15 strange things that only exist in the Bhutan, the most unique country in Asia travel documentary. Ever wondered what it would be like to live in a place where happiness is the top priority, not wealth? Now imagine a country where traditions are so deeply embedded that even healthcare is free for everyone. But that's just the start. What if I told you there's a place where no private hospitals exist, yet everyone gets medical care, and carbon negativity is a badge of honor? Curious. From the world's most dangerous airport to a national sport that's unlike any other, Bhutan holds surprises at every corner. Stick around to discover 15 strange things about this tiny kingdom that will definitely make you rethink everything you know about the world. Number 15. Bhutan, the land of the Thunder Dragon. You are standing on a postage stamp-sized country, wedged between China, flexing its muscles, and India, vibing hard. And somehow, it is called Bhutan. Yep, you just stumbled into a country smaller than the state of Maryland. Yes, that Maryland, the one nobody brags about at Coachella. Down south, you are basically sweating your soul out in lush, sticky valleys. Think jungle safari, but with even less Wi-Fi. Up north, pack every jacket you own because it is a free trip to Antarctica Light, where winter laughs in your face with temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius. And just when you think Bhutan could not possibly get any weirder, boom, plot twist, they are the only country on Earth that is carbon negative. You heard me right. While the rest of us are busy treating the planet like a used napkin, Bhutan's got 72% of its land draped in thick, untouched forests, like some green velvet suit straight out of a Harry Styles concert. By the year 2024, Bhutan strutted its eco-chic self right into the top 3 of the Global Environmental Performance Index. Meanwhile, you cannot even get your neighbor to recycle. The locals? They call this place Drukyul, the land of the Thunder Dragon. Sounds epic, right? Until you realize it is basically Mother Nature throwing tantrums with giant storms, because apparently Bhutan cannot even have boring weather. Number 14. The happiest country in the world. Imagine living in a place where your government does not obsess over gross domestic product, but instead measures success by gross national happiness. Yep, in Bhutan, happiness is literally part of national policy. You breathing the cleanest air in all of Asia, thanks to 72% of the land still covered in ancient forests. No smog, no endless honking, just you, towering pine trees, and skies so clear they look photoshopped. Most people here, about 75%, follow Vajrayana Buddhism, a tradition that teaches harmony with nature, compassion, and inner peace. It is not a trend, it is a way of life. And trust me, it shows. When I was in Bhutan last year filming for ACT Travel Documentary, an old monk handed me a small cup of butter tea with a smile that could melt glaciers. No words, no hurry, just a quiet reminder that sometimes the richest life is the one that moves the slowest. In 2025, Bhutan again topped the UN's Global Happiness Insights, showing the world that success is not just about money, it is about meaning. Number 13. Polygamous and polyandrous marriages. Here, it is perfectly normal for a man to have multiple wives. But plot twist, you will find women with multiple husbands too, often brothers sharing one wife to keep family land intact. In a country where happiness matters more than status, these practices are not about chaos, they are about practicality. And Bhutan does not leave women behind. Under traditional law, if a marriage ends, the man must compensate his wife. Plus, property rights. Women usually manage the family's assets after marriage, which speaks volumes about gender balance in this Himalayan kingdom. According to a recent 2025 Travel and Culture report, over 35% of rural families still practice forms of polyandry today, not just tradition, but a survival strategy shaped by tough geography and even tougher love. So here is a question for you. In a world obsessed with swiping right, could Bhutan's old school ways teach us something real about loyalty, land, and living together? Stick around. Archery travel documentary is just getting warmed up. If you're still here, do you agree that Bhutan is the happiest country in the world? Leave a yes if you think so, or a no if you disagree. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Number 12. A royal love story that changed a nation. Once upon a time, because yes, this one actually feels like a fairy tale, King Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuck of Bhutan met Jetsun Pema when she was just 7 years old. He was 17 at the time. And even then, he told her, "When you grow up, if you are still single, and if I am still single, I would like to marry you." Fast forward to 2011. At just 21 years old, Jetsun Pema walked down the aisle, not just into marriage, but into history. Why history? Because King Jigme, despite Bhutan's tradition of polygamy among royalty, made a bold promise. He would have only one wife, one love, one queen. In a world where power usually means more excess, Bhutan's king chose devotion, and the nation swooned. Their story is not just romantic, it is revolutionary. Even in 2025, Bhutanese people often mention how their king's choice reshaped the country's views on marriage, loyalty, and even gender equality. So, in a time when love stories often end in ghosting or awkward unfollows, could a king's old-school vow teach us something real about commitment? Stick around. There is so much more magic to uncover in this travel documentary. Number 11. The price and perils of entering Bhutan. Getting into Bhutan is not like booking a cheap red-eye to Vegas. First, you have to land at Paro International Airport, the only airport in Bhutan perched about 35 kilometers from the capital, Thimphu. Sounds easy? Think again. Paro is considered one of the world's most perilous airports, surrounded by towering mountains and unpredictable crosswinds. Only a select few pilots are certified to land there. Imagine putting your life in the hands of an elite club that could fit around a small dinner table. But even if you survive the landing, your wallet is not off the hook. Every visitor must pay a minimum of $200 per day as a sustainable development fee, a policy reaffirmed by Bhutan's Ministry of Tourism in 2025. This hefty charge funds education, healthcare, and conservation projects, but it also means Bhutan remains one of the world's least accessible destinations. Number 10. Bhutan's fiery love affair with chili peppers. In Bhutan, chili is not a spice. It is a lifestyle. Forget about just sprinkling a few flakes on your pizza. Here, chilies are treated like a main vegetable, starring in almost every meal from breakfast to dinner. The national dish? It is called emadachi, literally chili and cheese. Imagine big, bold, red and green chilies simmered in a rich local cheese sauce. It is fiery, creamy, and unapologetically intense. No wonder over 85% of Bhutanese households eat it at least once a day, according to the 2025 Bhutan Food Culture Report. If you need a break from the heat, Bhutanese pancakes made from buckwheat, barley, or corn offer a hearty, down-to-earth snack. But dining here is not just about filling your plate, it is about respecting traditions. In Bhutan, when offered food, you are expected to politely refuse 2 or 3 times, saying "meu meu" before finally accepting. It is their beautiful way of showing humility and gratitude. So, let me ask you, could you survive in a country where a mild dish would probably burn a hole in your soul? That is the magic of Bhutan. Fiery, humble, unforgettable. And at ACT Travel Documentary, we are just getting a taste of it. Number 9. Bhutan's green economy. Tucked away in the mighty Himalayas, where forests cover over 72% of the land, acting like giant green lungs for the earth. Bhutan is the only country in the world that is carbon negative, meaning it absorbs more carbon dioxide than it produces. Thanks to aggressive conservation policies and reforestation efforts, Bhutan's forests soak up millions of tons of CO2 every year. According to the 2025 Global Eco Index, Bhutan leads Asia in climate resilience and air quality. Their secret? Bhutan runs almost entirely on renewable hydropower from its roaring rivers, slashing emissions without sacrificing progress. Add to that their fierce love for organic farming, synthetic pesticides are basically banned, and you get a food system where clean eating is not a trend, it is a way of life. And the best part? Bhutan protects its wildlife like family. Tigers, red pandas, and over 700 endemic species roam freely under national conservation programs. When I visited Bhutan for ACT Travel Documentary, breathing in that crisp, pine-scented air felt like stepping into a world that still believes tomorrow can be better. Number 8. Archery, the soul of Bhutanese celebration. Archery is not just a sport, it is practically a religion. Named the national sport, archery pulses through every festival, wedding, and village gathering like a heartbeat. But here's the twist. In Bhutan, you do not just shoot arrows. You celebrate each shot, hit or miss, with traditional songs, dances, and a generous flow of local drinks. It is loud, it is colorful, it is absolutely unforgettable. This love affair with the bow and arrow stretches back centuries. Archery was once a vital skill for survival, but today it has transformed into a powerful symbol of unity and joy. Even members of the royal family occasionally step onto the dusty fields to show off their skills. And let's talk about the gear, those handcrafted bows. They are not just weapons, they are artworks passed down through generations. In 2025, Bhutanese craftsmanship in traditional archery was nominated for UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage list, a huge nod to a small but mighty tradition. Of course, modernization is sneaking in. Today, some tournaments mix old-school bamboo bows with high-tech carbon fiber ones. But the spirit? Still wild, still pure. So tell me, when was the last time you celebrated a miss as much as a hit? Stick around, has plenty more hidden treasures to reveal. Number 7. The only airport in the world with a short, dangerous runway. Paro Airport is the only international airport in Bhutan, located approximately 35 kilometers from Thimphu and surrounded by mountains that reach 18,000 feet. It has gained a reputation for being one of the more challenging airports in the world, largely due to its unique location and runway. The runway at Paro stretches only 1,980 meters, which is notably shorter compared to most international airports. This makes landings and takeoffs somewhat riskier, requiring special skills from the pilots. In fact, as of 2025, only around 50 pilots globally are certified to land at Paro after completing specialized training. The approach to Paro is truly scenic. As the plane weaves through the narrow valleys of the Himalayas, passengers get an impressive view of Bhutan's rugged landscape, offering a rare glimpse into the country's pristine nature. To maintain its environmental integrity, Bhutan limits the number of flights in and out of the country each day. Visitors must book tours through local travel agencies, and there is a sustainable development fee of $100 per night for tourists. Number 6, the only country that said no to skyscrapers. In a world racing to build higher, Bhutan chose differently. Here, the tallest building you will find is just 7 stories high, and that is not by accident. Bhutan has strict laws banning skyscrapers, a bold move to preserve its cultural soul and natural beauty. In 2025, Bhutan reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining traditional urban landscapes, even as global urbanization skyrocketed. Walk through Thimphu, the capital, and you will feel it. No glass towers, no concrete jungles. Instead, you are surrounded by charming wooden buildings, intricate carvings, and curved roofs, all crafted in authentic Bhutanese architectural style. This approach does more than just look good. It keeps the cities calm, breathable, and beautifully in sync with the towering Himalayas. And for tourists, it is pure magic, an untouched vista where every street corner feels like a scene from a living history book. When I filmed here for ACT Travel Documentary, I realized something. Modernity does not have to mean losing your roots. Bhutan proves you can grow without bulldozing your soul. Number 5. Cost of living in Bhutan. Living in Bhutan provides a balance between affordability and quality. For example, renting a simple apartment in the capital, Thimphu, costs around $130 per month, which is relatively low compared to many other cities worldwide. A meal at a local restaurant typically costs about $3.25, making it an affordable destination for both travelers and residents. One notable feature of Bhutan is its free healthcare system. The government provides healthcare services to all citizens, ensuring that medical care, including emergency services, is available without financial barriers. This universal coverage is part of Bhutan's broader commitment to the health of its people. For individuals living alone, an estimated monthly expense of $1,250 should cover rent, food, utilities, and other essential costs. This amount can vary based on lifestyle and location, but Bhutan remains a relatively affordable place to live. Bhutan also imposes a $200 per day sustainable tourism fee. This fee helps regulate the number of visitors while supporting the preservation of Bhutan's cultural heritage and contributing to public services such as education and healthcare. In return, visitors can experience more personalized and sustainable tourism, including cultural festivals, ancient monasteries, and scenic hikes. Would you like to live in a city without skyscrapers, just like Bhutan? Let us know your thoughts by commenting, "I support this." Thank you for sharing. Number 4. Bhutan's religious culture, a place of peace and meditation. Bhutan's soul is built on Buddhist traditions, and trust me, you can feel it everywhere. Monasteries, temples, and stupas are like the Wi-Fi of the country, always on and everywhere. Take Paro Taktsang, aka Tiger's Nest Monastery, for example. Perched on a cliff, Like the Instagram influencer of monasteries, it's got the views, the vibes, and of course, the tourists lining up like they're attending a Coachella retreat. But this isn't just for the gram, it's a real spiritual retreat, offering a break from the chaos of everyday life. Now, about the monks. Many Bhutanese kids are raised in monasteries, learning ancient Buddhist teachings in silence and contemplation. It's like a gap year, but without the craft beer and Instagram stories. And the best part? Bhutan is one of the most peaceful countries in the world. No mass shootings, no endless crime. Here, mindfulness isn't just a buzzword, it's a lifestyle. Bhutan isn't just a country, it's an experience. Number 3. Bhutan's focus on preservation of traditional dress, the kira and go. Traditional dress in Bhutan isn't just a thing for special occasions, it's part of daily life. Whether you're a toddler or a grandparent, you'll spot the go for men and the kira for women almost everywhere. Here's the twist, this isn't just a fashion statement. Bhutan's government encourages its people to wear these traditional outfits, especially in public. Why? To preserve the country's national identity and cultural heritage. It's like having a daily reminder that you belong to something greater, something untouched by the wave of globalization. But it's not all about looks. The kira and go are designed with functionality in mind. They are perfect for Bhutan's rugged mountains and cold weather, ensuring comfort while remaining deeply symbolic. It's the perfect marriage of practicality and pride. Can you imagine wearing the same clothes to work, the market, and religious ceremonies? Well, in Bhutan, this is the norm. Traditional dress isn't reserved for festivals. It's an everyday part of life. This speaks volumes about the country's cultural cohesion, where the dress is a symbol of unity, reminding people of their shared values and history. Number 2. Bhutan's colorful traditional festivals. First up is the Paro Festival, which takes place in the spring at Paro. This isn't your typical festival. It's a grand celebration dedicated to Guru Rinpoche, the founder of Tibetan Buddhism. People gather from across the country, donning colorful costumes and masks to perform sacred dances. It's more than just a spectacle. It's a spiritual experience that draws thousands each year, all eager to pay tribute to the Guru's teachings. The energy, unmatched. The sense of community, irreplaceable. Then, there's the Jambai Lakhang Drup Festival. This one stands out with its fire dances and the Tur Cham, a mesmerizing, traditional naked dance. Don't be shocked. It's a sacred and ancient ritual meant to purify and bring blessings. This festival celebrates the victory of good over evil with every step and every twirl. It's not just entertainment. It's deep-rooted tradition brought to life. So why do these festivals matter? In a world where traditions are fading fast, Bhutan keeps its roots strong. Would you like to experience these vibrant celebrations firsthand? Tell us what you think in the comments below. Number 1. Bhutan's free healthcare system. Imagine a country where healthcare is 100% free for all its citizens. Yes, you heard that right. Everyone, regardless of age or background, gets access to free medical care. And it doesn't stop there. If a citizen needs to go abroad for treatment, the government covers the cost. Now that's something you don't hear every day. What makes Bhutan's healthcare system even more unique? There are no private hospitals. That's right, no private sector competing for your attention, making it a truly public-focused system. The emphasis here is on equality and access for all. But here's the kicker. Bhutan doesn't just rely on modern medicine. They blend the old and the new. incorporating traditional Bhutanese medicine alongside contemporary medical practices. This fusion gives the country a healthcare approach that's as unique as it is comprehensive. What we've just explored together is the heart and soul of Bhutan, a place where tradition meets tranquility and culture is preserved with pride. From the stunning landscapes to the unique way of life, Bhutan proves that a simple way of living can bring profound happiness and connection. It's a country that inspires reflection and reminds us of the value of preserving our roots amidst a rapidly changing world. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Travel Documentary. What's the most surprising thing about Bhutan to you? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more incredible stories from around the globe.